Hello, it's Wednesday, October 18th, 2017, and as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I do appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your busy days to download and listen to the show. Still amazing to me to watch the downloads fly. So yeah, thank you. If you'd like to thank me for put out the show, you know what you can do? You can like my show. You can like me on Facebook. You could leave a review on iTunes. Give me a 5-star rating. You could share the podcast with a couple of your friends or people that you know who may be struggling, who could use someone's voice in their ears telling them that they're not alone. If you could do that, I would appreciate it. Again, not to boost me up, but to promote the show and possibly help others who may be in need of some reassuring thoughts and ideas. Let me remind you how you can get a hold of me. You can email me at jamoalki@gmail.com, facebook.com/jamoalki, @jamoalki on Twitter, www.jamoalki.info, that's JAMOALKI, or you can text me at 248-648-1419. And now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the show. So Alex wants me to find a friend. At the end of our last session, which was just a week ago, and I forget all the things that we had talked about during the show. I know during the session. One thing I am doing is Thursday I'm going and getting hopefully a small panel of blood tests done. Initially, way back when I first started, I second started medication. And I was first diagnosed, I was put on a Celexa, I think it was. And then, through time, I started to stop taking that. And when I went to see my general practitioner eventually to get some kind of medication back when I went on family leave of absence from work, one of the things he had me do was go and get my thyroid checked. I guess hypothyroidism. I think it's hypo, not hyper. The symptoms of that will mimic depression and low energy and whatnot. So Alex suggested I get that done again because why not? I've been really low energy lately, sleeping a lot, hiding from the world. So he thought maybe it's worth getting that done again. In addition, I'm gonna get. Hopefully, I've only scheduled the appointment. I haven't spoken with my doctor yet, and I generally won't do that until the appointment. But we're gonna try to do a vitamin D test, look for vitamin D deficiency, which also can mimic some depression type symptoms as far as low energy and whatnot. And then we're going to check for anemia as well, because heck, that's another one that can make you feel or be less energetic, have more trouble with focus and general overall malaise. So I can't wait to tell you guys all about that. My suspicion is that it will all come back good and clean bill of health, as generally I am a clean bill of health kind of guy, with the notable exception of my mental illnesses. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. So I bring this up because maybe it's something for some of you who maybe are always feeling the malaise, the energy soul sapping effect of depression. Maybe it's worthwhile going to get these things checked out. I'll report back to you guys more on the next episode after I've spoken with a medical doctor about such a thing. Alex is a very smart man knows lots of things, but he is not a medical doctor. So I plan to speak with my doctor on, how these different things could mimic depressive symptoms. So, don't maybe, well, they're non-invasive other than drawing a little bit of blood. So if you have the means and the wherewithal to get yourself tested for some of these things, and I know the thyroid thing is a lot bigger. It's a more common test to be done. Vitamin D deficiency, I think, is kind of more of a fad thing. I think you have to be in kind of extreme situations not to have vitamin D or enough vitamin D in your body, with a combination of no sunlight and lack of dairy. And admittedly, I don't eat a lot of dairy outside of the occasional ice cream. So I'm leaving the door open for that one, but I'm not convinced. And the anemia, I kind of think that anemia would feel worse than this, which is tough to say because, this is the past few weeks I've felt about as bad as I've ever felt as far as energy, as far as focus, as far as ability to even just move my body sometimes. So, yeah, I'll fill you guys in on that, and hopefully, usually the test reports are back later the same day, so we'll see what happens with that. Let's see, something else that's going on. I got an email from a Twitter friend of mine, too analytical, and they sent me an email. Don't know if it's man or female, man or woman. She's not that matters, just easier with pronouns sometimes. They mentioned the ups and downs of life and likened what they're going through to a roller coaster going up and down, which is not an uncommon metaphor for life in general, much less mental illnesses. But it was kind of a beautifully poetically written email, and I'm really glad that I got it and read it and responded to. And then I was on the internet looking at my good friend Kate's post, her latest post on her blog, and her post is about ups and downs as well. And she kind of goes through and talks about one day she was feeling down, if I got this right, feeling down, went out, got a whole bunch of stuff done, feeling pretty good. Later on in the day, feeling down again. And it got me really thinking again about my life. And again, it was as if Kate had reached into my head and pulled out these ideas and turned them around and showed them to me. So I was thinking I would talk about that a little bit. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk about generalities of days, given my memory, my focus on myself. But I take like today, for example. I got up early again as usual, feeling pretty good. I planned on getting up and going to the bagel shop and answering a few emails and Facebook messages that have accumulated on me. Felt pretty good. Went and did it. Got some bagels, sat down, fired off some emails, had a little time left over to surf the internet before I needed to head back home to take Nora to the airport. Yes, once again, Nora is out of town, off to Portland this time. But she did take some of my flyers with me and says that she'll look for places to put them up. So, woohoo, folks in Portland, here I come. So I was feeling pretty good writing those emails. And then I got to the internet part and I started feeling not so excited and decided, okay, it's time to head back to the house because this is no sense getting all low energy here at the bagel shop before I need to go see Nora and take her to the airport. So got home, Nora was in the shower, and that was enough of a disappointment for the morning to, and okay, she's in the shower, she's not up and about where I can talk to her, but I popped my head in, said hi, told her I loved her, stole a kiss, but it wasn't what I had in my head is, getting in the house, giving her a big hug, seeing how she was feeling. She was a little under the weather last night. Maybe spending just a minute while she's frantically last minute packing and whatnot, just to kind of, hold her close and feel that warmth. And then I was kind of in a crappy area for a little while then. I didn't quite know what to do. I was wandering the house. Okay, Nora's in the shower. What do I do? Okay, take the dogs out. Good. What? To the point where I was really quiet on the way to the airport with her because I was feeling badly about myself by that point. That all the thoughts came that, oh, anything I say is stupid, anything I do is stupid, blah, 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 blah. I feel like I'm a broken record sometimes on here saying these things. So, dropped her off and headed back home. Boy, this is a laundry list of the day. Got some gas. There was a woman who was looking for her keys. I helped her look for her keys inside the gas station, and that made me feel a little bit better, to the point where I was feeling, okay, let's get back to the house and see what's what. Got back to the house, and we've been having dog smells really bad in the kitchen, and I thought I had taken care of it. Got in, dog smells. Really disappointed. Came upstairs. Said, okay, I should take a shower and get my day going. But no, I laid down. I laid down for like an hour. Just staring off into the ether of the bedroom. I did fall asleep for a little bit, I suspect. Then I woke up. And I woke up after a little bit, and I felt okay again. I said, oh, great. Here's the big list of things that I can do. All little stuff, but back gate is kind of sucky. You got to figure out how to get that back gate fixed. Got to return some clothes at Kohl's. Got to drop off some books at the donation center. I have to mail some packages out. So here's some things I'm going to do. Got that shower out of the way. Was feeling good. Okay, here I go. I'm going to do these things. And was in a good mood, got out, was in the post office for a little bit, packaging up and mailing. Got back in the car, and it was hot. It was really hot. The sun had been shining in it. And then I started thinking of, this is going to sound pretentious, but Albert Camus, I believe. I don't think it's Albert Camus. And he wrote a book called The Stranger. And there's a big scene in it where our protagonist is talking about how, if I remember this correctly, he murdered someone, and he did it because the sun was shining hot and bright on his face. And I may have he murdered because of it, but I'm pretty sure he murdered, and there was another part where this sunshine thing. And it was a little snap in my head, and I thought, geez, I can see, yeah, the sun is awful. This is, wow, terrible. What, oh my gosh, it's so hot on my face. Yeah, I get it. And then, hey, guess what? I was crabby again for a while, and thought about driving back home and getting back into bed. Thought about it real hard, but I didn't at all. I went on to the next stop, which was to get myself a nice cold soda, which I did, and then went on down the list. Was a little bit perked up when I got to Home Depot, and I was looking into ways to fix the gate. I had Crown Bolt, which is a fastener manufacturer and distributor, was in the store, and I talked to them for a while about, hey, what can we do? How can I... Because it's a funky little bolt piece that's used to hold the gate together. And we looked and thought, and I wasn't too sure. And finally I had some kooky idea and said, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to drill it out a little bit more, and we'll see how it goes. And he was, okay, off you go. And that was that little bit of interaction with that gentleman kind of put me in a better place. I was like, all right, so this is I think that was my last trip. I was going to stop and talk to the guy about a tattoo I'm looking to get. but I canceled that as I was starting to feel a little bit, I'm I'm self-stigmatizing myself right now when I think about the things that made me feel down and the things that just, semi-ruined my morning, my day. What I was going to say is I was feeling pretty exhausted after having that conversation with that guy. And the idea of another conversation about this tattoo seemed too monumental for me to accomplish. So I decided I wasn't going to do that. And I got home, fixed the gate, everything worked just the way my pretty little head envisioned it. And time will tell if it holds up, but woohoo, score 1 for me. And I did some rearranging in the boys' room. He's been talking about wanting to move stuff around in his room a little bit, and he gave me an idea what he wanted last night, so I moved stuff around in his room. Felt pretty good about that. Awesome. Sat down at the computer and hopped on the internet, looked at some emails, looked at Facebook, and for no particular reason, the bottom just fell out, and I looked over at the bed and I thought, okay, that's where I want to go. And I tried really hard. I said, nope. Let me do these things. Went down. There was a little task in the kitchen to do as far as a shelf that's broken. Looked at it and thought, I should do this. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm not going to do this. This is, and I went back upstairs and I lay down for 3.5 hours. I laid in bed, staring at the wall, watching a little TV or napping. And that's how I've spent the balance of the day. Now it's almost dinner time here. The boy won't be here tonight. It's just me. So I'm already planning on eating just a boatload of pizza and watching basketball and hoping that the basketball is entertaining enough to, make me want to watch the whole thing. It's my team, the Boston Celtics, taking on the nefarious Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James. So, we'll see. Hopefully that game is enough. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I think it'll be another early bedtime for me. So keeping with the theme of ups and downs that I've seemed to have been, things that I've seen. So keeping with the theme of ups and downs, there's my ups and downs of the day. I haven't quite figured out the specific mechanism for the downs, or the ups specifically. I mean, we can say, hey, you had a plan for the morning to go eat bagels and reply to emails. So having a plan is good. Well, it is, but it doesn't solve my problem nearly half the time. Plenty of times I have a plan and what I think is a good plan, and I wake up and I'm just like, no. Just, the enthusiasm isn't there, the energy, I get back to the, just getting myself together to get out the door and into the car becomes such a monumental task that I freeze on figuring out what to do to make that plan start happening. And I know I've talked about this before, of just opening the door, putting on shoes, going. Can sometimes I can't decide, do I put on the shoes and then open the bedroom door? Do I open the bedroom door, go downstairs, put on my shoes? Do I have to pee? Geez, I have to pee. Should I pee? I don't know. No, you got to go. Okay, no, put on shoes, then pee. No, pee, then. And I get frozen in this indecisiveness over the tiniest of things. So, and then we can think about, the social interaction with the Crown Bolt gentleman at Home Depot. Yeah, maybe, but there's plenty of times when I've had a perfectly reasonable, calm conversation with someone and I don't feel better from it. I don't feel better during it. And all I feel is just pure exhaustion. So, there's things about these. There's something there, but I don't quite know what it is yet that puts them over the top to kind of getting me going, which hopefully I can figure that out and I can string together a series of things and have a fully productive, hell, even half a day would be great start. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. My ups and downs, my roller coaster. Thank you to Analytical. Thank you, Kate, for putting the idea in my head. I appreciate it. So I'm still working on that book. We'll see. I've got Dave and Nora and this other woman, Renee, who helped me out early on with some medical thoughts on what I wanted my character to do, and I wasn't sure if it was plausible. And so she's reading it, Dave's reading it, and Nora is reading it. I haven't gotten too much feedback yet from anybody. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. Hey, if anybody is a graphic designer and would like to help design a book cover, that would be awesome. I can pay you back in thanks and appreciation. Yeah, I guess that's going to be it for now. I'm a customary short single shows as they were going lately. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for taking time to listen to me. Send me an email, send me a tweet, send me a text message. Let me know how you're doing. And yeah, Lori, still looking to hear from you. Hope you're doing okay. Everybody be safe and be well. Mm-hmm.